Have you come up with any leads that could take the heat off Andy?
As a matter of fact, I have.
What? Robin, why do you have these?
I think the better question is, why was Gary's security detail throwing you out on your ass the same night you stabbed?
Well, folks, let me just say this up front. Let me just say it up front. It's specifically the Fatima stands. Do not sit up here and start hating on Robin for adding Fatima to the suspect list. You want to know why? Let's play it fair. Let's play it fair. Both ways. Nobody is innocent here. If you are okay with Zach and Fatima putting together their own suspect board and, you know, theorizing on why this person, that person, and whoever else could have been the one to stab Gary in order to direct the potential suspicion or guilt away from them, you cannot then be mad at someone else, specifically someone that they have to their leaderboard, throwing the finger back at them like, wait a minute, but it looks like you have a motive that you could have done it. I can't believe I'm saying this. Maybe I feel like I'm giving the episode a lot of credit before it comes out. But this particular sneak peek has me going, you know what? I'm invested. Because it was getting slightly boring with it only being the Zach and Fatima detective mystery series here. I mean, even, you know, Andy last week had the suspicion towards Jordan, but I am finally glad that we have even more people pointing the finger. Yeah, episode 3, you know, the girls all had their moments like, Andy, did you do it? What about you, Danny? What about you, Karen? No. I love the fact that people outside of the main characters are now joining the investigation, so to speak. Dang, I love it. And this isn't Fatima hate either. I just love it because it adds more of a realistic aspect to it, that finally there are other people doing, you know, their own kind of investigations here. Because I think that this is yet another indication of, Fatima, this is exactly why you need to cool it down. I was about to bust in the song, but I'm like, nah, New Edition did it good enough. I don't need to ruin their lyrics. But basically, this is a byproduct of her randomly deciding, I'm going to confront Gary. And then she got shoved to the ground. And I remember when I think this was the penultimate episode, right? Because in the finale, that's when we see her on the, or did she get on the phone at the end of that same episode in a different outfit? Then in the finale, she told Zach about the situation and that her cousin was going to call her back, but she was preoccupied. But in the penultimate episode, or 3 episodes from the finale, towards the end of season 7, that's when she went down there because Andy was crying for like the 15th time that season, but not a tear went down her cheek. But remember, she went over there looking for trouble. You know, initially she just went over there to kind of stop Gary from what his plan was. Like, look, just leave Andy alone. Gary just talked his mess like always and walked away. But remember, she was the one that like grabbed him like, don't you walk away when I'm talking to you. And then when he attempted to leave again, that's when she got a bit more forceful. That's when the security got involved. So I'm like, yeah, I mean, Fatima, you were the one to initiate that situation. And then you end up shoved on the ground. And now all of a sudden, because I got shoved, I'm going to call my cousin to take him out. And I'm like, that's a flimsy reason to want to kill Gary. I mean, trust and believe, I could think of at least 35 reasons, but you were the one going down there making trouble. So it's just like the situation with Robin, like, oh, just because Robin is enforcing the rules of the law firm and putting your mortal enemy at the job as your supervisor, that's suspicious. He must be on the suspect board too. No, he's just doing his job. But yeah, I just feel like this definitely has made me intrigued. And I do believe that, you know, oh wow, I can't believe they were bold enough to do this. Now, I believe they might give us one more sneak peek around 7:45, 8 o'clock, you know, right before the episode airs. And, you know, depending on what time they drop it, I probably won't have time to do a video on it, because initially I tweeted like, you know what, if they want to get people hyped, they better put out a clip of Andy and Penelope. But no, this moment right here, it just made me go, oh, the plot thickens. We're finally getting some intrigue here. Oh yeah, the first part of the clip I didn't show was basically Robin saying, Fatima, you gave me an earful. Essentially, she probably went in there to vent about the Hayden situation. And to be fair, I agree. I mean, yeah, he's my supervisor, but he's certainly acting like he's my, you know, owner and I'm a pet. Basically, you know, he's dishing out all these demands and stuff like that, micromanaging to a fault. And yeah, I can swallow my pride and work for somebody I don't like, but when I'm not being respected in any kind of way, you know, that's when there's a problem. And I can understand that. But, you know, Robin's like, okay, I hear you, but for the sake of, you know, the unrest in the company right now, I just need you to make sure you can, you know, just show you're a team player, just, you know, for the time being. And that's when Fatima's like, yeah, I can try. And also one more thing, have you made any, you know, progress in trying to divert the heat from Andy from this Gary thing? And that's when he hands over the folder with the photos of her confronting Gary at the, you know, his building. And you can tell by the photos, it definitely shows that she is the, what's the word here? The instigator or the initiator of this confrontation, because she was the one that rolled up on him. He tried to, you know, leave twice. She grabbed him. And I remember security tried to stop her the first time, but Gary's like, no, it's cool. But then the second time, he's like, bye, Fatima's like, don't you walk away. And then that's when the security did what they did. So, yeah, it doesn't look good. It does not look good. So, that's pretty much my thoughts on this. I am really excited to see what's going to happen next. And, well, I just feel like adding Robin to another person who's doing this investigative work, this is just more confirmation that, yeah, this whole Gary thing is going to be stretched out to the mid-season finale and possibly beyond. If I remember correctly, I did a video a couple weeks ago of an episode synopsis talking about like Fatima and Robin have a falling out at work. If you can give me one moment, let me see if I can find it. Aha, it's the episode 7 synopsis airing on the 27th, so next week. Let's see here. Robin and Fatima face off, putting Fatima in a questionable situation. Now, that being said, that's obviously the follow-up to the scene occurring at the law firm with the photos. Now, I could be wrong, but this scene between Robin and Fatima could be the cliffhanger ending of the episode, if not towards the very end of the episode. Because when you think about it, the early afternoon sneak peek that got dropped last Wednesday, the Penelope slapping Andy, that turned out to be the cliffhanger for last week's episode. So I think this could actually be an interesting plot twist to end out tonight's episode. So just keep your eyes peeled. I could be wrong, because my initial theory was the cliffhanger for this week would be we pan over to the hospital and then there's somebody else who's trying to take Gary out. So it's either that one or the Robin and Fatima one. So yeah, that's really all I have. Thanks so much for tuning in. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.